If you spend more than 5 hours a day sitting in this position, you need to know this. We have natural curves in our spine in the shape of an S. The most important one is this one in the lumbar region, which is called lordosis. The problem is that if we spend many hours without moving in that position, our spine will constantly be in a flex position, which will cause, over time and due to a sedentary lifestyle, our spine to develop lumbar straightening, which is nothing more than the loss of that curve I just showed you. This can be easily countered through movement. For example, with lumbar extension exercises where we basically lie face down and do extension work to counteract all that accumulated flexion in the lumbar area. In this position, this helps our spine regain its lordosis through extension, voluntarily, which allows us to lose that lumbar straightening. However, you can't lie down on the floor if you're working in an office, at a school, or attending to clients. So today I want to offer you an exercise backed by a very recent study that will help you work on that flexion position, recover your lordosis, and fight against the straightening. A standing lower back movement that you can do in 5 minutes a day. We can stand up and show it to you. Thank you. I'm going to show you 2 variations of the exercise. The first one just needs a wall that everyone has access to, and the second variation is a bit more complex where you'll need your thumbs and your hands. Very well. First variation, we're going to stand very close to the wall. I don't want your feet to be touching the wall. Leave a small gap about the width of your fist. From this position, I want you to press your pelvis and your chest against the wall. Completely. We're going to place the arms on both sides of the shoulders with the hands resting. We keep looking straight ahead, very important, and from here we push a little with our hands to lift the chest away from the wall. We'll hold for a few seconds and return to the starting position. Do a little test and see how far you can go. It's not necessary to go very far, just start to lift it and work within your abilities. Each of us has a different range of motion and different possibilities. So try it once and see how it feels for you. If your neck hurts, you can simply keep looking forward, since it won't have a direct impact on your lower back. What we do with this exercise is press the pelvis firmly against the wall, create an extension in the lower back, and counteract that straightened position by working on the extension. Let's remember that this straightening is the loss of curvature in the lumbar spine. How much do we need to work on it? Here's the secret. This recent study says we need to do 5 sets of 45 seconds with 15 seconds of rest. Let's do a set together so you can try it with me. It's important to have done it once before as well, to see if the exercise causes you a lot of discomfort and to find out what range of motion you can work in. I rest my stomach, my feet are about a fist's width from the wall. I place my hands, I keep my gaze forward because my neck area hurts. I lift up and look straight ahead. Let's count 45 seconds together and I'll give you some additional information. It turns out that this exercise, in the study where it was evaluated, not only helps you recover that curvature in the lumbar area, but it can also help you gain height. In the study, exercises done lying face down were compared with standing exercises, and it was found that there were twice the results when we did them standing, and that it was much more adaptable to everyone's daily life. The only downside is that we have to hold that position for 45 seconds. We're at 20. I'm going to try to push a little more, to open up my chest more, to make it more intense, since I'm feeling pretty comfortable. 40 and 45. This key is very important. We're not just going to come away and start moving around normally. We're going to go back against the wall. We're going to hold that position for 5 or 10 seconds, then slowly move the pelvis away and then start walking. Why do we do this? Because the back doesn't like sudden changes in position, especially if we're working at the maximum of its mobility. After this short set of 45 seconds, we need to walk for 15 seconds as a break and then do the second set, continuing like this until we reach 5 sets of the exercise. Let's quickly do a second one and then I'll show you the second variation. Imagine that we've rested for 15 seconds and we want to do that second set. Let's position ourselves in the center. I move my feet slightly away from the wall, and if I want, I can move them a little further to make it more intense. I press my stomach, my pelvis against the wall, place my hands, open up my chest, and keep my gaze forward. And from here, we would hold for another 45 seconds. Do we want to work with more intensity? We move further away. If any discomfort appears, well, move closer to the wall. The important thing is to find that point where you feel some discomfort, but it doesn't actually cause pain. It's normal for it to cause some discomfort. These exercises usually cause some pain. Second variation, this one is the most interesting. And basically, we're going to try to place our thumbs at this level, right between L3 and L4, and push forward with those thumbs. At the same time, perform an extension movement and restore that lumbar lordosis. It seems complicated, but it's not. The hardest part is finger placement. First of all, lift up your shirt and let's position ourselves better like this, so you can see more closely and find where your iliac crests are. I'm going to tuck this in here. The crests are that part, that bony ridge that forms our pelvis, and it's bordered at the back by the sacrum. Look, they're formed and bordered a little above these dimples and go downward in a triangular shape. If we bring the anatomical model, it's very easy to see how that iliac crest is exactly this area we touch, this area right here, and how the sacrum is between the two iliac crests, located at this level. Here it is, and here it is. Very good. With those thumbs, what I want is for us to locate those iliac crests on both sides. I'm going to pull this up a little more. It looks like it's falling down. And from here, I put it on like this, like the ancient Hawaiians. From here, we place our two thumbs on both sides of the spine. Not in the center, which is that groove we see right here, but on the two mounds, on those two muscular ridges we can see on both sides. You'll notice it because it's very powerful, very strong muscles that are responsible for keeping the spine very, very upright. With these thumbs, what we're trying to do is direct that movement, the extension, to that specific area and also relax those muscles, which will, in a way, prevent us from working on that extension. So let's place those thumbs properly at that level, make sure they press in well. Remember, here we have the iliac crest, thumbs at this level. Let's look forward. And from here, we're going to push those thumbs forward, pelvis forward, and head back. You can look up at the ceiling or you can look forward. Find a comfortable spot, okay? It's uncomfortable. It's going to be more demanding. So give it a first try. See at what level you feel comfortable. And from here, hold for 45 seconds. We're going to do one set. Try to make sure feel the muscles relax under your thumbs, because if they're very, very tense, the exercise won't be done correctly. We're at 10. I'm adding some head extension because it feels good. I'm going a bit further. 20. Very good. 25. My thumbs can feel the muscles. They're completely relaxed. I'm going to add a little more. 30. 40. A little more. And 45, let's come back very slowly, okay? Slow, 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 slow to the starting position. I've exaggerated it a lot so you can see it clearly, but it's enough to make a small movement, okay? And hold the position. What's interesting and what this study shows is that with positions held for 45 seconds, the effects are even better than if you do a very short, very deep rep. So basically, we've placed our thumbs at this level, we've pushed forward with them to generate that lumbar extension movement and help fight against straightening. And not only that, as I told you, this type of exercise held like this can also apparently help you gain height. I've left that study reference for you in the video description, which you can read. Once we've done 45 seconds, we walk, we take a 15-minute break, go for a walk, and then continue with the second, third, fourth, up to 5 sets, a total of 5 minutes. Ideally, you should do it for 10 minutes in the morning and 10 minutes at night. I don't think that's too much, right? Just think about all the time your back is supporting you throughout the day. Don't you think it deserves just 10 minutes of your time to get better? I assure you that if you do this, you'll prevent a lot of back problems, you'll counteract that loss of curve that always comes from a sedentary lifestyle and prolonged flexed positions, and you'll avoid the onset of disc problems in your lower back. If you already have a disc problem, if you already have a loss of curve, keep doing it because it not only helps you prevent issues, but it also helps you treat them. Start small, working in a small range of motion for 45 seconds, and as you get comfortable, go deeper in both the second variation and the first one. But be consistent. That's the most important thing. Consistency. I assure you that if you don't manage to do it for 7 days, you won't notice absolutely any results at all. Stay motivated. These exercises can help change your life, but you must put them into practice. I've done my part. Now it's your turn. I want to remind you that every Sunday I send out a newsletter that contains videos like this one, videos I've published during the week that can help you improve your quality of life no matter what your condition is. If you want to join, just click on the top right corner of the screen to access a website where you can sign up by entering your email. It's completely free, and in addition to those recent videos, you'll also have access to my library of 800 videos organized by body area, and to the early release of all my programs, in which more than 4,000 people participated just during the year 2024. I hope you enjoyed this video, that it encourages you to move a little more in the office, and that you don't feel embarrassed to do it at your workplace, because the most important thing is you, your health, and not the people around you. I also hope you can share it with those who need it, who have back problems and don't know what to do or don't have time. I assure you that just 5 or 10 minutes a day can make a big difference. That's all. I say goodbye, and thank you from the bottom of my heart for staying until the end of the video. Bye, friends.